Welcome back, everybody, to yet another episode here on the Oshay Vlogcast channel. I am your host, Oshay Duke Jackson. Now, for those of you who are in the live stream, we are starting a little bit earlier than was scheduled. So I know we had about 4 waiting and people were coming in, but we appreciate those who are in the chat right now. Come on in and like the video. For those of you who are watching the restream, come on in and watch the video as well. Today we have, I feel like I was just telling him, one of the more in-depth, not only just dating cultures, but one of the better content creators in Black YouTube, period, regardless of genre. And today we're using his topic, which I think is an excellent topic. I didn't think of this shit myself, but I got to give credit to the brother because the brother is all that, man, in the bag of chips. Why you should friend zone women. And it's a very, very well thought out argument. And that's the Locario fan YouTube channel, also known as Mr. Locario. Want to thank you for coming over. What's going on, Mr. Locario?
I'm chilling. Y'all always love being on your show, man. Real talk. I'll be watching a lot of your stuff. So I love being on it too. So that's what's good. What's good with you though?
Man, listen, I'm over here hating on you, dog, for coming up with all this good. I'm almost want to rob you for your mind, nigga. Shit.
It's just life. You got to get out there and experience it. That's all you're telling dudes. You got to go outside. You start to learn a lot of shit. I feel like if you go outside, you'll learn more than anything you can watch on YouTube, man. You gotta get out there,
Nah, that's true. And you definitely, man, got dibs in this, man. You be putting it in. So for those people who don't know you, Mr. Locario, go ahead and give them a little bit of a breakdown as to what your channel is about and what brought you over to YouTube.
Yeah, so basically I'm a dating and life coach, and I coach men and women to help them find what they want in their dating lives. So basically my main channel, Locario Fan, that is a channel for men to, learn the game, learn how to, approach women, talk to women, interact with women, date women, get girlfriends, get wives, whatever you're trying to do. And I also have a women's channel. It's called Mr. Locario's Women Channel. You can check that out too. And I also have a new channel called Locario Motivation, where I talk about, different life stuff, life skills, goal setting, all that other good stuff. And also my website is mrlocario.com. That's the main site. And also for you guys out there who want to really step up your game, you could go to badboymembership.com to check me out over there. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Oh, I think your joint is on mute.
I'm always muting myself. So I do have his YouTube channel that's in the description. After the show, I'll put all of his information as far as his website and other things and other channels that you can keep in contact with the Mr. Locario network. But Mr. Locario, you dropped this video about 2 or 3 days ago.
Right.
When it dropped, I'm notified to your channel. I was like, oh shit. It was a good video. I would have to say, man, this is the best video I've seen of all 2018. That was entertainment. Yes, definitely. I think it's the best video I've seen. And the topic is why you should friend zone women. Now, let me ask you, what was the basis of this? What inspired you to position this topic today?
Well, it's funny because what happened was I got contacted by a girl that I used to date, maybe a year or 2 ago, and just out of the blue, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, hey, what's going on with you? Let's get together. So she was trying to get together on some let's hook up type of thing, right? But I wasn't really feeling her like that. And mind you, she's a cute girl, you know what I'm saying? She's cute and everything. But when we went out, the few times we went out, I noticed certain things about her that I knew that if I was to really go in with her and make something happen, she'd have got too clingy, too needy. So I kind of backed off. You understand? Because I've been in situations where I saw those signs and I still went for it. And then the girl started getting clingy, needy. I had girls stalk me, all this other stuff. And so I was like, okay, I gotta, fall back on that. And so what I noticed though was that when I saw girls like that, I would just sort of just put them in the friend zone. So I would say, look, I'm not gonna really have sex with her. I'm not gonna be in any sort of sexual romantic situation with her, but she's a cool girl. And, she has other qualities about her. So I'll keep her around as a friend. We could just be cool. And, I just left it at that because the thing is, what most guys don't understand is that women will act differently towards you versus if you're, just cool with them versus if you're actually having sex with them. You see what I mean? So when I had sex with one of these other girls who was sort of showing that clingy, needy energy, she started getting too clingy and needy. But when I noticed the other girl was being on some clingy and needy stuff, but I didn't have sex with her and I just put her in the friend zone, it was just all cool. It was all good. It was all cool. You understand? So she wasn't acting all weird because we didn't have that sexual intimacy. But again, she's still cool enough for me to have her, on the side, and we could like just chill, do other stuff. And there's other things that I can benefit from the girl if I see that she has other things going for herself. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this real quick. You noticed that there were certain things about her. Now, I know that you mentioned the clinginess, stuff like that, but what were the things when you went out with her that you were picking up on that maybe we wouldn't pick up on with your experience?
Well, one of the things too was that with this girl specifically that I'm talking about that hit me up, with her, she sort of was saying things like, I got out of a relationship, and I'm looking for something more serious, and she was saying things like that. And then what happened was she would text me talking about, hey, I've been thinking about you all day. I really like you. I can't wait to see you again. So it's those signs of a woman who's just really showing too much interest at the jump. You feel what I'm saying? So I already know that, okay, she's going to probably get a little too clingy and needy at this point. So I was like, okay, well, and I only went out with this girl like twice. You understand what I'm saying? And I didn't even hit it. I didn't have sex with this girl at all. Mm-hmm. So I went out with her twice, and I noticed that. So I kind of fell back and was like, yo, I think we should just be, on some cool stuff. But then she still tried to hit me up later on to still try to get sexual. But I was like, nah, we could just be cool. You understand? And so what happened is that she still liked me. So she was like, all right, we could still be cool. You understand what I'm saying? So now I'm putting her in that situation where she could just be the girl that I have on the side. That let's say if I'm going somewhere and I need a girl to be with me, I can bring her to that situation. Mm-hmm. Or, if she has something like, for example, there's another girl that I have in the friend zone who she has a lot of connections with certain people in the industry that I'm in, and she helped me get money. You feel what I'm saying? She helped me with some of my products, some of the things that I was doing. And that was because I sort of still kept her around to, be around me and all that other stuff. So, there's a lot of different ways to make it happen.
Let me ask you this. And shout out to Eb. She dropped a donation of $5. She's going back to California. Going to see you when I get back to Cali. Let me ask you this real quick. When you told her in so many ways, like, hey, me and you can't be together, or we can't go that route. Yeah. I've heard some horror stories of women actually getting really upset when they've been rejected. How did she take it when you let her down in that way?
Right. Well, the thing is this. What you got to do is this. You got to understand that women have egos, right? So what it is that I basically would say something to the effect of this. I'd say, hey, listen, I'm really attracted to you. And I would love to actually, be with you in this way, but I feel like we want two different things. You see what I'm saying? But I think you're a really cool chick. So I really, I think we should just be cool and be friends. Right. And so what happens is that I'm not saying to her, hey, I don't want you. I'm saying, yes, I actually want, like, I would want to do this, but I feel like since we want two different things, this may not work out in that way. You understand? But I still value your time and your energy. So I still want you to be in my life because you're still cool. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times what happens is certain girls will be cool with that because what it is that women, a lot of times they're always around guys, and most of the guys they're with are just trying to hit. You understand? And there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, women still also value, attention or being involved with a guy where it's not just about sex. So if I can have a situation where I'm with this girl and I don't necessarily need to have sex with her because I'm already having sex with a whole bunch of other girls, but she's still a benefit and an asset to me, I'm going to keep her around. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's how we sort of like, it's mutually beneficial. And this is the difference between a guy being in the friend zone and actually you friend zoning a girl. Because when you're in the friend zone, what happens is you still have this sexual attraction to this woman. You want her, and she's just sort of using you for attention, but not necessarily giving you anything in return. Mm-hmm. So in this situation, when you friend zone a girl, what happens is that you're still giving her something, which is the attention that she also wants, just because women just want attention, period. But also she's benefiting you in some sort of way where she's giving you something else also. You understand? So a lot of times where some of these girls I had where I made money with these chicks, some of these girls actually introduced me to their friends and I got with their friends. You understand? So that also could happen too. So it all depends on how you want to do it.
Look, let's talk about different schools of thoughts on this issue. I know that there are some people that will say hey man, I'm gonna just tell her what she wants to hear. I know that she's vulnerable. She's saying, I'm not really looking for, I'm looking for something serious now. I want to do this, but I'm gonna just go ahead on and take the pussy. And I know I really don't want what she wants, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. What have you experienced when you use that approach?
Right. Well, see, that's the thing. I've done that back in the day. This is why I say I don't do it anymore. Because before, there were times where there were girls who would say that thing, and I would notice that they're super clingy, super needy. They're really going down that path, and I'd be like, well, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna still do it anyway. I'm gonna still hit it. So I would hit it, and then I would still sort of pretend that I want something more, so I can hit it again. And you know, at the end of the day, what happens is that you just bring more drama to your situation. You understand? And there's been times where, you know, I'm trying to get things done. I'm trying to do certain things. And because the girl is feeling like I played her, or she's feeling like, you know, I lied to her or whatever, and, you know, I basically did, you know, she gets very vindictive. Like these chicks, they'll sometimes, you know, do certain things that you don't really, like there's certain things I don't even want to discuss on this channel, but let's just say that there's certain things that chicks will do that will get you in situations that you don't want to be in. That's going to stop you from progressing to where you want to go in the long run. You see, because of you sort of playing around with that. And this is why I don't play around with it. This is why when I see a girl, I can peep when a girl is a certain way. And I say, okay, since she's this way, I'm not going to go down that route because it's not worth the sex, because I can have sex with someone else who just wants to hook up with me, or another girl who, you know, she's okay with just this being a sexual situation, versus another girl who she wants sex too, but her thing is more so she's like, she wants something more than that. And since I can see that, I'm not going to bother with that. I'll just be like, yeah, we could be cool, but I'm not going to go down that route. You see what I'm saying? And so it's just a different sense of awareness, because what happens is certain guys in the game, they're not at that point where they can easily turn down pussy, unfortunately.
Okay. Let's talk about that real quick, right? Because I think a lot of us is there. You know what I mean? I mean, I got these glasses on, so you know it's not me. Okay, I'm just letting you know. But I mean, some of these other niggas in the chat, let's talk about that, man, because a lot of guys are just, you know, people come to you for the most part because they are struggling, they are having problems, right? They're not getting the kind of stuff they want. So let's talk about the dangers of that, not really being used to having that ass like that, and now you got somebody attractive saying this. How do you deal with that? You know what I mean? Like in a situation.
Well, that's the thing. You know, what I try to train guys to do is get to the point where they have more abundance. You understand? And so you have that abundance mentality, and also you actually have the abundance. So once you got the abundance, what happens is that you're not thirsty for sex, so therefore you end up seeing and looking at other things. So what happens is that you start to choose to have sex with women who are going to be more beneficial for you in the long run, because all pussy ain't good pussy. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is that you're going to end up dealing with a girl who, you know, out of desperation, you're going to end up dealing with a girl who isn't the type of chick you should be dealing with, because you feel you have a lack of abundance. So the thing is that when you have a lot of girls that you're able to deal with, right, you don't necessarily need to deal with this chick in that sexual way when you find out that she may not be the type of chick you want to deal with sexually. You understand? So, for example, like, you know, when I was younger, it was like there was times where I didn't have, you know, a lot of girls here and there. And so there would be any girl I would like, I'll just take it. You understand? But as I gotten older and I learned how to like interact with women, get more women, you know, there's times where I've had different girls every day of the week. Like there's a show called How I Met Your Mother, and there was a character in there named Barney, and he had this thing called the perfect week where he would have sex with a different girl every day of the week. And so I've had that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so once I've had that and I meet a girl and I find out, okay, she's the type of girl who's a little too clingy and needy, I can tell her, nah, I'm good, because I already have all this stuff over here. And so what I want to teach guys is how to have all this stuff over here so you can actually friend zone a girl. You see what I'm saying? And then be able to use that situation for other things that can benefit you. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Okay. Guys, do me a favor. 218 people watching right now. Thank you, brothers, for being on the channel. Some of y'all about to get fired. I know y'all niggas are supposed to be at work. But do me a favor, man. My brother Locario is here giving y'all this game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get back more to the manosphere kind of topics for you brothers. Like y'all like to talk about this kind of shit, so we're gonna bring it over here. And y'all know nobody does it better than this side of YouTube when it comes to the manosphere. Mr. Locario is one of the all-time greats in content, not just in dating culture. Man, the brother is a genius. So do me a favor, get the likes up on the video. Okay, Jesus paid it all on the cross. And y'all niggas know what to do. Get the likes up. We over here chopping up this game. And go into the description and subscribe to my brother, Mr. Locario fan YouTube channel. If you want more content like this, 34,000 subscribers that he already has. So go into the description and get this game, okay? Like I said, he puts out a lot of good information for the free. So I know you niggas love free, but you got to pay for some shit too.
Right.
Put out a lot of good shit, man. I'm telling you, a lot of good shit. So hit that like button. I need 100 niggas hit that like button. Now let me talk about this real quick, Mr. Locario. You make a really good argument because a lot of people feel that women, and to a certain degree, I'm there also, but a lot of people think like women really don't have anything to contribute to you outside of just sex and fucking.
Right.
A lot of guys like if she ain't giving me no that's a saying ass, cash, or gas or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
One of them three things, I ain't fucking with her. But you're trying to say that in your situation, women have benefited you in other ways outside of sex. Why do you see this and other guys don't?
Well, this is the thing, and I tell guys this is a very important skill to have when you're out here interacting with women, is that you need to learn how to really have conversations with women and listen to what they're telling you. Because a lot of times what happens is when you listen to what they're saying and also you find out what they do, because this is the thing. So for example, let's say you meet a girl and you meet her at a bar or something, you're talking to her, whatever. And let's say she says, hey, I work at some, record label or something, right? Now you might, like, for example, I have a sister who's a singer, right? So let's say I meet this girl at this bar and she's like, oh yeah, I work at a record label, right? So now I'm not just thinking about hitting it. I'm thinking about, oh shit, I could hook my sister up with this girl. You see what I'm saying? So even if I don't necessarily have sex with this woman, right, I can still keep her, around and then be cool with her. And then that could be a hookup to where I could hook up my sister with this woman. You see what I'm saying? So there's certain different things that you can learn from. Or it was another time I went on a date with this girl, and then she told me about some restaurant or some other spot, that was a few blocks down. And so I never heard of the place, right? And so I went to that place, and then now that became like my favorite spot that I go to. And I just learned that through dealing with that girl. You see what I'm saying? So it could be little things like that you're missing out on because you're just worrying about pussy. See, every girl has a vagina, right? So the thing is that you have to say to yourself, okay, is fucking this girl gonna benefit me or is it not? And sometimes some of the girls that you deal with is not gonna benefit you to fuck them. This is what guys gotta understand.
Oh, wait, say it again.
There's certain girls that's not gonna benefit you to fuck them. You understand? And so sometimes what happens is you have to peep out the type of girl you're dealing with so that if I end up fucking this girl, what's going to be the situation that's going to occur afterwards? You see what I'm saying? And also, if I'm talking to this girl and I say, okay, I know that she has other things that she can bring to the table, right? By me talking to her and listening to her, I might say, okay, I could fuck her, but if I do fuck her, she's going to get clingy and needy and it's going to be weird. And now I'm probably not going to get those benefits that she can provide for me otherwise. But if I don't fuck her and I just keep her in the friend zone, right, I can get those other benefits that she can provide that is probably even better than me just fucking her. You see what I'm saying? And so for example, I'll say, for example, my friend, some of you guys might know who I'm about to talk about. This is a girl named Amina Zena. She's a DJ and she does a lot of different things. So we used to do this show called the Sexy Party Show, right? So when I first met her, I was like, yo, she bad. I'll make something happen. But me and her just became friends. Like she was in the friend zone. You see what I mean? And so I've known her for the past like 5 years now. And so I've made a lot of money with Amina Zena. You see what I'm saying? Just a lot of money. So this is what I'm trying to tell guys is that not every girl you have to fuck. There's certain girls you can put in the friend zone and they can benefit you in other ways. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Damn, she is fine.
So So that's what I'm saying. It's like
she's working with a lot. Look at that ass.
That's what I'm saying. So she you know what I mean?
Still in Europe because she is she in the Netherlands right now?
Well, she's she's in New York right now, but
man, she is working with some shit. God damn.
That's what I'm saying. And it's just cool.
Like, she is working with something.
Cool. We've never had sex. You understand what I'm saying? She's just been in the friend zone. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, she's thinking. God damn, boy. Listen, I forgot what the topic was. I said, let me look at her. I said, Lord Jesus, Peter and Paul. Shit. All right, then that girl, she all right. I'm trying to tell you, nigga, that she working with something.
Yeah,
she done made my day. Look at that. I'm telling you, man. Looking at some ass, boy, it'll take you into a whole nother dimension. But I was saying, I seen that. I said, oh, she done gave me some energy.
It is crazy. I'm telling you. And the thing is it's not an easy thing to do for most guys at first because you see the girl, you're like, she's bad, I don't want to hit it, blah blah blah. But again, the more well versed you get in the game, and this is the interesting part about this, the fact that you have the strength to put a girl in the friend zone, right? That builds up your confidence in your character even more. So what happens is when you start talking to other girls, because every time when I talk to a girl, because this is the thing that guys understand, you have guys who talk to women who try to do as much as they can to get the girl to like them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck if a girl likes me. When I'm talking to a girl, I'm trying to figure out if I like her. You understand?
Say it again.
So when I'm talking to a girl, I'm trying to figure out if I like her. So what happens is that as I'm figuring out if I like her, what I'm doing is I'm taking in information. I'm listening to what she's saying. I'm seeing her mannerisms. I'm seeing like what she's saying beyond what she's saying. And then so I make a decision based off of that. Not just how cute she is. I'm looking at what she's talking about. You understand? I'm asking her certain questions that I want to, because especially a lot of the questions that I ask to certain women, most guys don't ask them. So for example, like when I'm on a date with a chick, if I go to get a drink with a girl, I ask her about other guys she's dating. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, look, I'm dating around. I want to know what you do. What's good with you? You understand? And so, one time I had this girl, she was like, yeah, I'm dating this guy. He got like, 4 baby mamas and 8 kids. And I'm like, God damn, like what's going, what the deal, what's with you with hanging out with motherfuckers like that? You understand? So certain girls I may not even speak to again because of certain things they're saying or the ways that they're being. Then there's certain times where I ask them questions and they let me know like stuff they're doing with their work, stuff that their work, goals they got set or, and it shows the type of character they are. So I say, okay, cool. Like she's cool. You understand? So, and at this point I'm still thinking, I might want to hit it because she's cute. But then as I keep digging and digging, I can kind of see, okay, I'm seeing that she may be the type of girl who's going to be a little too much at this point for me right now. Mm-hmm. So you know what? I'm going to throw you in the friend zone for right now because I'm still, I don't need to necessarily get with you. I'm just testing you out to see if I want to put you on the team. You know what I'm saying? I've got like 5, 6 girls I'm talking to right now. And I need to see if I even want to put you on this team. I'm good. I don't need you. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
The thing is, I don't need you for sex. But if I see something beneficial in you, if I see that I can have you help me out, because even I remember I had a girl that I went on a date with, and I put her in a friend zone, and I had her help me, make some videos, hold the camera. You understand what I'm saying? Do like just something simple as that. You see what I mean? So I'm using all, everything at my disposal to help build what I'm trying to do, either way. So either I can use, I can have you for sex or whatever. We could just hook up with this girl, that girl. Or if I don't want to hook up with you and I see that I'm going to just put you in a friend zone, I can use you for other things besides getting my dick wet. You feel what I'm saying? That's going to benefit me in the long run. You see what I mean?
Right. Let me do this, guys. Mr. Locario here. Why you should friend zone women? Okay, like I said, shout out to the brother, man, that just dropped a super chat of $9.99. Oshay got my dude Locario on this Peace More game, dropped in a box full of Xbox consoles in the UPS warehouse. Ron Star. Hey, I got Negro Manosphere Revival Week, man, coming next week. So we're going to have nothing but every show, even the Rumble, it's going to be all game the whole week.
Make it happen. Shit.
We're gonna have a person with game all through the week. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna have a revival on this motherfucker. So listen, man, 289 people watching right now. That's pretty good for a show that people didn't really know was starting an hour early. I'll take it. Brothers, do me a favor, man. Get the likes up on the videos. For those people who are watching the restream, I really appreciate you for spending the time with Mr. Locario, but I need to see over 100 likes. We only got 92. There's too much game going on in these streets for y'all to have enough likes going on up in here. Okay, so why are y'all not liking this? Is some free shit. All right, I appreciate you giving me your money and all that. That's nice, but let's go ahead and do these likes right now. Okay, I need y'all, brother Aunt Jane. Shout out to my brother. Right, thank you for 101. All right, now let me ask you this real quick. You mentioned this in your video about a situation that if you was fucking a girl before, boom, 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 you was hitting it. You can then take her after just like the friends with benefits and friendzone her and still be cool with her. Now, I understand the situation where you never had sex with her before, but you also mentioned this as a strategy too. Let's talk about the situation. You do hit it and find out like whatever, it's not going nowhere. How do you still do that, and can you do that?
So you're saying can you hit it and then friend zone her after? Is that what you asking?
Maybe you were fuck buddies before at a certain point in your life.
Right. Well, yeah, you can still friend zone a fuck buddy that you know what I'm saying, because what happens is that sometimes you may not realize the girl is gonna act a certain way. You know what I'm saying? After y'all have sex, you know what I'm saying? So you may see a chick, you may just want to hook up with her or whatever and have a little fun with her. And then you hook it up with her, and now she wants something more. She wants, you know what I'm saying? Then the whole neediness and clinginess starts to happen. So what happens is that when that happens, again, you tell her the same thing. Be like, hey, listen, I really enjoy doing this with you. I really like you, but right now I feel like we want two different things. But I really I want you to be in my life. I want to still continue to see you and hang out with you. Now, what happens is that at this point, you're gonna have to be able to do things with her. You understand what I'm saying? Where you're not in a situation where you'll be tempted to have sex with her. You understand? And a lot of times if you're in a certain mindset, you won't be tempted to have sex with her because you're already looking at it as there's a reason why I'm stopping having sex with this woman. You understand what I'm saying? So instead of you telling her to come to your crib or you going to her crib, you understand? You might say, hey, listen, there's this thing happening, come through. You understand? There's a party happening. My boy's doing this party, just come through with your friends or whatever. And then she's there, y'all just kicking it. You understand? And so you start to build a relationship where she's just cool with you. And then she starts to get used to just being cool with you. You understand? And you can tell her, hey, whenever a party, let me know, or whenever something popping off, let me know. You understand? So then now you're starting to create the situation where you're going to be able to benefit off actually having that cool friendship with that girl. You see what I'm saying? And so the thing is that you don't have to see her all the time. You don't got to call her every day. But the thing is that you just still sort of periodically just hit her up, keep cool with her, see what she's up to, what's going on with her. If she has anything that you can benefit off of, and you basically do that. If you have anything she can benefit off of, you just hit her up and let her know. Be like, yo, I heard about this thing. I remember you was talking about you like so and so. One of my boys is doing this. Come through or whatever. You see what I mean? And so you keep that positive energy around the whole situation. And now imagine you have like 4 or 5 girls who you're cool with like that can hook you up with certain things. There's a lot of you guys out there, you're saying, yo, I want more girls, I want more sex, I want more of this. Those are the ways that you can actually get that through your friends. The friends that are girls can help you get other girls. You see what I'm saying? I've had that happen so many times where there were girls that I was fuck buddies with, who I was no longer fuck buddies with, who introduced me to their friends, and I ended up fucking with their friends. You see what I'm saying? And so what happened was that by the time all of that happened, the original girl I was fucking, she wasn't really even jealous or nothing, because now she started to know me and like me as just a guy who she's cool with. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so that's the thing where, you build that relationship to where they actually want to see you win. They actually want to do things for you because you're giving them what most guys don't give them, which is basically some attention that's non-sexual. You see what I'm saying? So you have sexual attention with other girls, but you're giving non-sexual attention to that girl, which she usually never gets from anybody else. Therefore, she's willing to do other things for you that she probably wouldn't do for other guys, because you're actually putting her in a situation to where that doing stuff for you is important to keep that relationship and that flow going for her to continuously get that attention from you. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, let's say that one more time, the last part.
Right. So basically you're making it flow in a direction where she's getting that non-sexual attention, not getting from other guys, so that she in turn wants to see you win, to do things to benefit you and continue that relationship. You see what I'm saying? Because again, you don't need sexual attention from her because you're getting a whole bunch of sexual attention from other girls. See, the key is you have to have other chicks on deck, because you're going to be tempted to go back to the chick you shouldn't be fucking, which is your friend zone girl. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
So this is important because you make something, because so if usually when women get sexual attention from men, they don't have to do anything.
Right.
So therefore they don't value it.
Right.
Okay, so what you're saying. However, in the case of non-sexual attention from you, she knows in order to keep that relationship going, she still has to give you the value that you need to maintain their relationship, even though if it's not sex.
Right. And you have to understand something what's different with this is that guys also give a lot of women non-sexual attention because they're trying to hit. Now, remember, you already hit it. So it's a different dynamic now. So the non-sexual attention I'm giving her is basically because I want to give it to her. You understand? Where it's not like I'm giving it to her because I need sex from her. I don't need it because I already hit it. I'm not even trying to hit it. So what happens is that my non-sexual attention is more genuine to her than another guy who she knows is just usually giving her non-sexual attention because he's trying to hit. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that usually what happens is in most cases is that women will take the non-sexual attention as sort of like leverage to, they're like, well, I'm going to keep getting non-sexual attention from him because I know he wants his pussy, right? But when she's, with a guy who friend zones her, right, and who's already hit it, she's like, damn, I'm getting actually a different type of non-sexual attention. Like he actually gives a fuck, like he cares, like he actually, is cool with me. So she wants to continue that cool type of energy with the guy. Like you ever hear like a lot of women will say, I got more guy friends than female friends, or I don't like hanging out with females and all this other shit. And usually they'll say that because they'll be like, oh, these women are jealous or they're shysty, whatever it is like that. And it's so they think that the non-sexual attention they're getting from the guys that they're hanging out with is their real friends, but they're just friends that's probably in the friend zone, in her friend zone, right? It's a guy who friend zoned her and he's just cool with her and he doesn't necessarily need any sexual situations with her, then that situation is more valued than another dude. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a whole different thing. So if I call up one of my friends who's a girl and I say, yo, what's popping off for this weekend? And she's like, oh, I got, my friend is throwing this party. I'm like, cool, you can get me in for free. She'd be like, yeah, I got you, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just that easy. And then so now I'm able to get into the spot, talk to more girls, do more things just because I know her and we're cool. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You see what I mean?
And Donovan wrote an article that was similar to yours last year. We did a show on it, how you can use good-looking women to get other women, what you just talked about.
Facts, right?
Yeah, a lot of guys don't understand that. Yeah, go ahead.
Real talk. And that's the thing. You can because there's certain girls that I friend zone who are bad, who look real good. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you go on my Instagram, I have a few pictures of girls that are friend zone. You know what I'm saying? Girls that I was, that at first we were trying to make something happen and then I just kept them as friends. But sometimes we'll go out to certain spots and I walk in with the girl, you understand? And then the girls is like, it's easier for me to even talk to another girl because they see me with another girl, a hot girl. You understand what I'm saying? There was a time where I remember I went out with one girl who was my friend and she brought her friend. So I walk into the spot with two bad chicks. You feel what I'm saying? And we're chilling, drinking or whatever. You understand? And then there was another girl across the room and I called her over and she came over, started talking to us or whatever. And I got with her just based off of her seeing me with all these other girls. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you got to learn how to play the game that way where you want to use all of your resources to the best of your ability to get more things happening for you, however you can make it happen. You see what I'm saying? Because I can go in there and talk to a girl on my own, but if I know that bringing these two girls with me is going to make it easier for me to attract more women, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did it on my YouTube channel. I mean, when I bring on a woman that she's typically, for the most part, attractive in, I did it all the time. I'm not fucking them, man, trying to fuck them. And that's that's just, they give you. So fuck it, I'll bring them on shit. You know?
Right. Exactly.
So let me do this. 330 people watching right now. We're on with Mr. Locario, guys. Thank you for the support. If you have questions, you already know how that is. Hit the super chat button. But let me go ahead and see. We have 330 people watching. Let's get the likes up. 76 people. It'll take us to 200. All right. 76, 200 likes. And then let's go ahead also and subscribe to our brother, Mr. Locario. Let's do this. And for those people who have not subscribed to Mr. Locario, that's live in the chat. Press 4, and we'll get you the link so that you can hit the link and then hit the bell. So press 5, and we'll get the links to you so you can subscribe. Mr. Locario, let me ask you this. All right, you see, sometimes you should sit back and watch women and see, if they have things to offer. If a woman is interested in a man, she could somehow pretend to be something that she's not. And so a lot of guys who might not have the experience that you may have with dealing with women may assume that she is something that she's not, and then obviously get into, then you find out after messing with her for a few months, like, okay, you really are not what you say you are. So how do you be able to vet a woman to know that she is what she's talking about? Because you talked about goals. Yeah, I'm trying to get into law school. I'm trying to do this, trying to do that. But that could be just bullshit. So how do you know that this woman's telling the truth?
Right. Well, see, this is the thing. And this is something I learned a long time ago when I started being more honest with women. When you're on it, let's say you're on a date with a chick, or even you met a girl randomly at some spot or whatever. The easiest way to get the truth out of a woman is to start with the truth yourself to her. You understand? And so whatever that truth is, whatever you need to say to her to let her know that what you're saying is real and it's not bullshit, you need to let her know that. See, a lot of guys, they try to, hide stuff or lie or whatever, pretend to be something else. So for example, I'm in a open relationship, right? So I have a wife and a girlfriend. So if I meet a girl, let's say I go to a bar or whatever, I see a hot girl or whatever, and we're talking, we're just having a conversation, and I may say something like, listen, I'm kind of digging you right now, but I don't think, and I'll sort of play around with it. I'll say, listen, I'm kind of digging you, but I don't think it's going to be a good idea that me and you get together, or I'll get your number. She'd be like, why? What do you mean? And I'm like, well, listen, I'm in an open relationship. I have a wife and a girlfriend, and I feel like, you may not be able to handle that. You understand what I'm saying? And so she's like, oh, what are you talking about? I can handle that, whatever. So basically, I'm letting her know what's really going on with me. And I'm like, yeah, I got a wife, I got a girlfriend, I still date other girls. I do this, I do that. I'm a dating coach, whatever. So I'm divulging all of this shit about me. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not telling her everything. I don't got to tell her my whole life. But what I'm doing is I'm telling her stuff that she doesn't necessarily, need to know. You understand? Like, this is not really your business, but I'm making it your business now. So now what happens is that as I'm talking to her and as I start asking her questions, right? Because I've divulged so much shit about me, she's willing to divulge a lot of shit about her. You see what I'm saying? And so this is why when I first meet women, I find out who they fucking, I find out if they got baby daddies, I find out what the fuck they doing at work, I find out a whole bunch of shit. You understand? And so the reason why is because I'm being honest, and being honest is me being extremely different than most guys who are just going to sort of like bullshit and say whatever. So she's going to hold back a lot of stuff. So I find out a lot of stuff up front. And then therefore what happens is that I end up knowing whether or not I want to continue to deal with this girl, if I want to fuck her, if I want to put her in the friend zone, whatever it is, based off the information she gives me. It's to the point where even I'll be on a date and I'll start talking about something like Tinder and shit. And I'll be like, yo, how's Tinder working for you? And she'd be like, oh yeah. I'll be like, let me see your Tinder. And I go into her fucking Tinder. I look in her messages. I see the guy she's talking to. So I'm doing all that shit. I pass her my phone. Look at my shit. We'll just be having a game about it. But what I'm doing is I'm getting information. You see what I'm saying? I'm seeing how she's responding to these guys. I'm seeing the type of guy she's talking to. I'm seeing all that shit. And this is the first date. You feel what I'm saying? This is the first time I'm meeting this girl. And so to combat not knowing if she's bullshitting or not, you have to be as straight up and upfront as you should be, in as you can at first. You don't got to tell her everything. You don't got to tell her your whole life, but you got to at least tell her one or two things that will show her that you're not afraid to be honest with her. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even if it's something where, and shout out to my dude Alan Roger Curry. Even if it's you be just straight up sexually with her, be like, listen, when I first saw you, I was just thinking about fucking the shit out you for the past hour or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's honest. You being honest about how your sexual intentions. And so because you're being honest, the more authentic it is, the more she will reciprocate that honesty in a lot of times. Because a lot of times women are guarded because they're dealing with a guy who they feel like he's bullshitting. Most women generally think you're bullshitting when you first talk to them anyway. You understand? So if you're being honest and forthcoming already and let her know, like, look, this is what it is, it's almost like, well, damn, like, why, he wouldn't lie about that. Like, that's kind of, or it could be something embarrassing. It could be whatever, something that lets her know I'm being real right now. And so when I ask you a question and when I'm talking to you, you can be real right back. And sometimes I even probe them like that, because sometimes they'll say some shit and I'll be like, stop lying, this and this and that. I actually, dudes be wondering about chicks' number counts. They be wondering how many dudes chicks fucked. Usually I get the real number most of the time.
Wow.
And usually, like, for example, I was on a date with this girl once and I told her, I said, look, I said I fucked like maybe like over 150 or 60 girls, whatever. And then I said to her, I said, listen, I know women be lying about their number count because guys be all judgmental and shit. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I want to know how sexual a girl is. So then she said to me, I said, how many guys you fucked? And she was like, oh, maybe like 20. I was like, stop lying. So 5 minutes later, she revealed there was 97 dudes. You feel what I'm saying? And so,
wow.
It was funny because she actually knew the exact number. She said she actually kept track. I was like, God damn. And so I found that out because I was willing to be honest with her, tell her, hey, I ain't judging you. I'm just, I think it's cool, like whatever. And I got her to tell me. You see what I'm saying? I got her to reveal herself to me because I revealed myself to her. You see what I'm saying? And so that's how you do it. And so again, you can be honest with a chick, but then after you find out what you find out, then you can make a decision what you want to do next. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. Like,
97.
Hell yeah. I was the 98th, motherfuckers.
You hit it?
Hell yeah, I hit that. Yeah, I see me. I'm different. I'm a different nigga. I like chicks with higher number counts usually fuck better. So you just gotta strap up, protect your ass, you know what I'm saying?
He said, hell yeah, I was number 9.
Man, listen.
Oh man.
Shit. But that's what I'm saying. So,
yeah.
Oh man.
I just hit up my girl. I'm gonna hit up my girl tonight. Say, do you think women lie about their number of sexual partners?
They always lie. Trust me, they always lie. Most of these chicks, man.
Oh yeah, I know.
If y'all knew, y'all head would explode of knowing how much dudes. Because I've gone to sex parties, dude. I've been in situations where I was in a sex party and I fucked this girl and she fucked like 9 dudes just in that sex party. You see what I'm saying? So,
whoa.
So yes, they get down. Just
9 dudes. Like, was everybody all just watching this shit or something?
No, it was like a sex party with like 200 motherfuckers in there, and I fucked this girl, and then I was fucking other chicks, but then as the party was going on, I seen her with like a bunch of different dudes throughout the night. You feel what I'm saying? It was just one night, so you could imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, shit is crazy. I'm on that other shit. Y'all don't mind me.
I see you. Let me read this, guys. 345 people watching, man. Let me see if we have let me see if we got any other questions here. In the super chat. Let me check here. Let me see. See what we got. And guys, thank you so much, man. I'm pretty sure this is gonna get a lot of replay over here. Let me check something out though. And again, thanks for those people who are in the live stream and those who are watching the restream. I appreciate you. The Transparency Network. If you get with a girl's friend, but you don't put it down right, do you lose your chance with the entire group of friends in the future? That's a very interesting question.
You're saying
Let's talk about that.
If you don't, well, the thing is this, you always want to. This is the thing. It depends on a group of friends because usually what happens is if you're, let's say you was talking to some girl and you put her in the friend zone, excuse me, and then you got with her friend, right? One of her friends or whatever. Usually you're most likely not going to be able to fuck the other friends unless you just are just a fuck buddy and that's it with the other girl, because then they'll tell the other friends and then they'll recommend you to the other chicks. Like I had that before where I fucked this one girl, I did it real good, and then she told her friend, and now her friend wanted to do it, so I fucked the other girl, whatever. But usually, it won't happen if you don't lay it down right. You feel what I'm saying? And also, it won't happen if you're being extremely like lovey-dovey, boyfriendy with the girl, because now she's going to catch feelings and want to have you to herself. But the thing is this, and this just goes in general with dealing with certain chicks, is that if you're fucking a chick and you don't put it down right, a lot of times, especially in the first time, a lot of times it's over for you. So there's times where I've been in situations where this is ridiculous. So some of y'all might not be in this situation, but whatever, but you'll be sort of in the situation. There's times where I was in a situation where I'm fucking a girl or I'm about to fuck a girl and I couldn't get it up. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So right, and so there was times where I couldn't get it up because for whatever reason I wasn't attracted to the chick after she took her clothes off. Like she gave me the fucking okey doke. Like in the clothes she looked good, but when she took them off, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" So, but I was like, "Fuck it, let me try to still hit it," and I couldn't get it up. Or there were times where I remember one time I had sex with two chicks, and then another girl called me up later that night, and I was going to fuck her. But since I fucked the other two girls, I was too tired to get it up and fuck that girl. And this was the first time I was fucking the third girl. So usually when you don't put it down on that first time, they don't want to fuck with you after that because it's almost like you didn't complete the mission. You feel what I'm saying? You didn't do the thing right that you were supposed to do in that moment. Even on a subconscious level, it's almost saying that we're fucking to procreate. I'm fucking to put my seed in you, and I failed to be able to like do what I need to do to give you that experience or whatever. You see what I'm saying? And even if you do get it up, but you still don't really get in a situation where you make her like where she comes or she orgasms, sometimes that also makes her feel like, okay, we're done. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm good. So but it's gonna happen. It happens to most guys. So don't sweat it. There's gonna be certain times where you don't put it down as good as others. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's certain girls that you would have met that I fucked that they'll be like, Miss Locario is horrible in bed. And then there's certain girls that you'll meet and they'll be like, Miss Locario is the greatest fucking guy in bed ever. So it all depends on, the situation and the timing and all that other stuff. You see what I mean? So
okay.
It is.
So let me do this. So 350 people watching right now. Guys, make sure that you subscribe to Mr. Locario. I had written down something here on the paper. Let's talk about these women that you put them in the friend zone. Okay, so I know when it comes to women, when they put us in the friend zone, we as men are trying to get out. Either guys will be like, all right, she ain't going, this is not going anywhere. I'm gonna stop calling her or whatever. Or I can get myself out of the friend zone, like, which is ridiculous because once they put you there, you're pretty much there until they want you to get out, which is never.
Right.
So what about women though? You put these women in the friend zone. Do they try to get out?
Some of them do, but most of them won't. Like sometimes, like the ones that you already smashed, sometimes may sometimes they want to get back in. You feel what I'm saying? But that's usually at the beginning because at the beginning they're so used to having sex with you. You see what I mean? But if time goes where they're not having sex with you at all, or it's just not happening, then it's easier for them to accept that they're just cool with you. You know what I mean? And then sometimes what happens is that the girls who really like you, who you've never had sex with, those girls most likely try to get out of it because they still haven't experienced the D. You feel what I'm saying? So they might want to still do that. You see what I mean? But overall, I think that in more cases, I think men try to get out the friend zone more than women trying to get out the friend zone if you put them in your friend zone. Because what happens is, again, like I said, women, they still like the fact that they have a guy there that actually, seems to care. And you know what I'm saying? And you should care, but seems to care more than just the booty. You feel what I'm saying? So it's something different. And another thing I want to say too about this, when you're putting chicks in a friend zone, is that you can't put a chick in the friend zone that you actually like. So what I mean is, let's say, for example, you're trying to get with this girl, and it's not really going the way you want it to go. So you say, okay, I'm just going to put her in a friend zone. I'm going to friend zone. I'm going to just tell her, hey, let's just be friends. But you secretly still like her. You know what I'm saying? You secretly still want to fuck with her. That's not going to work. You see what I'm saying? The friend zone is designated for girls who you consciously really see as a girl that you don't really want to fuck with like that. You understand what I'm saying? For whatever reason, where it's like you're maybe not that attracted to her anymore after you hit it a few times, or you see that she's crazy and you don't want to deal with any crazy emotional chicks as far as relationships go. Because there's a difference between a chick being crazy to you in a relationship type of set of a sexual relationship, and her, just being cool and, regular, like we just cool. Because a girl can be cool with you on some regular shit, but then you dick her down and then she'll get crazy. You see what I'm saying? So this is why you don't have sex with those girls, or you withdraw sex, because you want to take that out of the equation, because you don't want them to get emotionally attached through the sex to where they're going to get crazy. You see what I'm saying? So you just keep them, there. But again, if you have those feelings for that girl and all that, having her in the friend zone is not going to work, because you're going to keep trying to make something happen with her. You see what I mean? The friend zone is designated for the girls who okay, I totally do not want to really have any type of sexual relationship with you at all or anymore. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
Let me give you this scenario. I don't know if you've been through it, but I think it's common for guys who are top tier or highly desirable. So you, Mr. Locario, you went out on this date with this lady. She was hot, or before you went out on the date, you told her, I'm going to be honest, I have a wife, I have a girlfriend. This is what I do.
Right.
And at first she said, okay, I'm not cool with you. So, okay, well, let's just be friends, right? 6-7 months down the line, or she was, kind of, she says, you know what? Everything is cool. I understand your situation. I thought about it. I want to just be on your team or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you say, you sure? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then you start fucking her. Then the bitch get crazy. You want to call your wife and shit like that. That's what I'm saying. Has that ever happened to you before, where you've told them up front how it is?
Right.
Said no, they came back, and then they still flipped out on you, like kind of entitled.
Right.
Has that ever happened to you?
Well, the thing is, that's never happened to me. I've seen it happen before to other people, but what it is that it's less likely to happen to you if you peep out how the girl is. And this is why I say it's important and this is a skill that guys got to understand. They got to learn how to read women. And I actually got a program on my Bad Boy membership that is called Reading Women. And you have to be able to read what they're saying and also what they're not saying. And, you got to understand all those things, because if you know how to read women, what's going to happen is, like in your situation, you said the example you said, you meet the girl, you say, hey, this is what it is. And she's like, oh, no, I'm not really down for that. But then later on, she comes back, and then you mess with her. See, I'm only going to mess with her only based off of what I've read about her from the beginning up until that point. So if I notice just sort of certain things about her, or certain things she said, or certain things she's done, or, just her energy, that she's a chick that could be cool with that and can handle that, then yeah, I'll probably hit it and it'll be okay. If I notice that she is the type of woman who, because I had a girl who said, she was like, oh, I don't understand open relationships. I don't think that it's a real thing. I feel like you just haven't found the right woman. And when you find the right woman, then you're going to not want to be in an open relationship. So her saying that makes me say, okay, yeah, I'm not going to really fuck with you like that. Because
okay, say that again.
Right.
Say that again.
Right. So noticing that she was saying the things she was saying made me say, I'm not gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, but let's say that again. She says that you haven't found the right woman yet.
Right. So what happened was she was like, I don't believe in open relationships. So she's like, I just think you haven't found the right woman yet. So, you know, and that type of stuff. So I said to myself, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna fuck with this girl, because basically what she's saying is that she thinks that she can probably be that right woman for me. You see what I mean? And so she's gonna try to do things to, you know, infiltrate or sabotage or do something weird. So I'm not gonna fuck with her. You see, and this is what I'm saying, where you listen to what they say and then see beyond even what they're saying. You know what I mean? And so knowing that, I'm not gonna fuck with her. You see what I'm saying? So if a girl came up to me and said, "Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. Like you have an open relationship. I think that's great that, you know, you and your wife or whatever can, you know, explore, do that." Okay, cool. You seem like the type of chick I can, you know, go down that direction with, and then coupled with other things that she's about. This is why I say it's very important for guys to listen to women and what they're saying and what they're doing, and not be so cloudy. Because a lot of guys in their mind, when they're talking to girls, it's just like, when am I gonna fuck? When am I gonna fuck? When are we gonna fuck? When am I gonna get the pussy? I want the pussy. And you're not paying attention to what these women are saying and doing. Then you end up fucking with a chick that's gonna bring drama and all this other crazy shit to your life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, you don't want to be in that situation. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna do I've always heard that, man. You haven't found the right woman yet.
Right, exactly.
You know, so that especially that comes when guys are complaining about, let's say, certain groups of women. Let's say, like, oh, you haven't found the right woman. Oh, you know, you haven't found the right woman. Oh, you know, gotta bring you to, you know, in church they use this.
Right, exactly.
So many different things. Yeah, so I'm gonna build on that one. But guys, let's see what we got here. Somebody in the chat said something. I'm gonna read it. He said, eating some pussy with a booty in the air. This nigga isn't it? This nigga. 377 people live right now. We're here with the legendary Mr. Locario channel. Now let me do this real quick. Who has not subscribed to Mr. Locario right now? Unless you have anything else to add. Did I miss anything?
No, I think you pretty much covered a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to tell guys, like, look, you know, you want to get to that next level of the game. You have to be able to, you know, not just make it about pussy. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. When you make the game just about pussy, it's you know, you're basically on the surface level of shit. You see what I'm saying? And so the ironic part about this is that when you don't make it about pussy, you get more pussy. You see what I'm saying?
Tell me again.
When you don't make it about pussy, you get more pussy. You see what I'm saying? Because again, what happens is this, and this is something that, like, when I learned this and when I realized this, I was like, oh shit, like this is what it is. Because what happens is that when you're focusing on just getting pussy, what you're doing is that you're doing every and anything for the girl or for the woman, or trying to get the woman or chase the girl. You understand? So all of your actions and the things that you're doing is based off of trying to get her, versus when you're focusing on yourself, which is what you should do. You see what I'm saying? What happens is that you get more pussy, because the women actually want to get with you more, because they're following your lead and they're following what you're about. They want to be a part of something. When you're chasing a girl, or when you're doing things for girls or for the pussy, you're doing things for them. You're chasing them. You're not chasing what you want to do in your life. You see what I'm saying? And so the girl has no one to follow if you're following the girl. The girl has someone to follow if you're following your dreams and your purpose. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, wait. Say it somewhere else. Say it again. They didn't catch that.
So the girl has no one to follow if you're following the girl. You understand? The girl has someone to follow if you're following your dreams and your purpose.
Right.
You see, if you're focusing on you, and even in the situation of you dealing with women, it should always be about you. It should always be about you. So again, when I talk to a girl, I don't give a fuck if she likes me or not. I'm seeing if I like her. Again, it's about me. You see what I'm saying? And so while I'm doing that, what she notices is that, oh shit, like this guy's evaluating me. He's seeing if I'm good enough for him. You understand? Which makes her want to prove herself to me, which makes her want to actually make it happen with me. So now I become more selective because I'm doing that, I get more women. And because I get more women, I become more selective. And because I'm more selective, she wants to fuck with me even more. Versus the guy who's like, oh my God, I want you. You're so amazing, blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting there chilling back and like seeing, okay, what you got to offer me. You see what I'm saying? And then that's a whole different dynamic, which makes you way more attractive to women, which gets you more women. You get more women, you get more sex, which brings more sex and more women. It's like the whole concept of the rich get richer. You see what I'm saying? The more you have, the more you're going to get. You understand? But if you have the lack, or you have the scarcity mentality, it's going to be harder for you to get to that point where you're really getting that abundance. You see what I'm saying? And so even this whole friend zone thing, it's another way to step up your value as a man in regards to dealing with women in general, because you're basically saying, yo, all these motherfuckers is trying to, fuck you. I don't really need to fuck you. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm putting you over here. And so imagine you're consciously letting the girl know, hey, listen, you know what? I'm attracted to you. You're a really cute girl, but you know what? Basically what you're saying is there's something about you that I don't want to fuck you, which is almost low key, like insulting to her to an extent, which is also intriguing to her. Why does this guy not want to fuck me? Why does he just want to be friends with me when all these other guys is trying to fuck me? You see what I'm saying? And then so what happens is that because you're able to do that, because you have the strength to do that, that brings more confidence within you, because you know that you don't need to fuck her, and you don't need to fuck her because you can fuck other women. You see what I mean? It all goes back around in the whole cycle. And so it all starts from you understanding what you're about and what you're trying to do and what you're trying to get. You see what I'm saying?
Say that. Now, y'all listen, man.
That's what it is, man.
So basically, let me go ahead here. And guys, again, 389 people watching.
That's what's up.
386 people watching, and that's would probably be more if we did it at prime time. But anyways, let's go ahead and guys, 384 people watching here. Guys, thank you so much for supporting the show. This is Mr. Locario, came over here and dropped some knowledge for us over here. And I thank you guys for supporting the brother. Now, going to the brother's YouTube, I support the brother also on Patreon. Let's talk about the Patreon that you have for those people who might want to sign up to you.
Right. So, yeah, you guys can check out my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Mr. Locario. And on there, I have my podcast, which is the Bad Boy Show, which I do with my dude, Miles Cunningham. And so we talk about, a lot of deep things about the game, about women, about, stepping up your game, all those different things. And, we talk about a lot of good stuff on there. So we do it every Sunday. So definitely join the Patreon, and, also make sure you guys check out my other site, Bad Boy Membership. That's the site where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. So make sure you guys join the Bad Boy Membership. And I'll do this. If you guys join the Bad Boy Membership by midnight tonight, Eastern Standard Time, I will throw in the ebook version of my book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. So you get the ebook version of my book right here. And also this ebook version comes with 2 free audio programs. So you get the book plus 2 free audio programs just by joining the Bad Boy Membership tonight. By tonight, 12, before midnight, I should say.
Okay. All right. So guys, all his information in the description. Again, the brother has very, 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 very great content. Like I said, he's a really, really, really integral part of the dating coaches in the dating coach industry. Black dating coaches have become more popular in the last 18, 19 months. I'm not a dating coach myself, but I do work closely with I've worked with all of them, from Mr. Locario to Alan to Rom, people like that. So they are a part of our, the Manosphere kind of community, and we bring them over, and they have a lot more insight to life than some of the other guys do when it comes to these kind of things. So I want to thank the brother for always, being available to come over and speak with us and be able to drop some knowledge on things like that. So guys, support him. I spend $10 a month with it. It's a very, very, very well investment. So go subscribe to him. For those people who are maybe watching this on a replay, Locario Fan is the YouTube channel. 34,000 subscribers, right?
Yep. Yeah, Locario Fan. Make sure you subscribe. And holla at me, man. I get it in every day. You feel me?
Every day. So peace out. Any last words, Mr. Locario?
Nah, man, just, hit me up, MrLocario.com, badboymembership.com, and that's it. I'm out, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Peace. Thanks again, brother.
All right, bro. I'm gonna holla at you. Peace.